Hi there, fight fans. My name is Kian Lang, and I'm very happy to say that I'm today joined by Alvin Goozie Hines, fresh off his UFC debut at UFC 317. Alvin, how are we doing today, brother?
I'm doing good, man. It would be a lot cooler if you were saying fresh off his win, but whatever.
I mean, some losses, there's good losses and bad losses, I feel like, in the sport. And this was definitely a good loss if that does exist. I mean, first things first, how's the body feeling? Because it was a tough fight. You look like the face is all healed up pretty good.
Dude, I'm a superhuman.
I
Look at
know.
me.
I can't
I
believe
just
it. I was expecting like black eyes here, bumps and bruises.
actually he gave me this cool thing. If I look this way, you see that red
Yeah.
spot? That'd be cool if it just went the whole line. And I wouldn't even mind keeping that. But other than that, no, I feel good. Just waiting on to get my nose cleared and then I can get back to like training really hard, because they don't want you breathing like super hard or obviously not getting hit in it or anything, and it's driving me a little bit insane. But other than that, I feel great.
I mean, this must have just been the craziest past month for you. Going back to the Billy Ray Valdez fight at LFA, you finally get that head kick knockout that I know you've been looking for. I mean,
But
how
that's
good
big
was that?
things too.
I know, I saw. I mean, how
um,
good was that knockout? You had one of my favorite celebrations I think I've ever seen after it.
well, because oh man, I've been hunting one of those, and I've actually even got like chewed out by my coaches. Are like, hey, let's not throw head kicks when they're not there. I was like, dude, it was there. He's like, you did weren't even close. I'm like, whatever. So felt really good. Yeah.
I mean, it was definitely there that fight. You landed it. I think all three rounds you landed one. It was coming. Did it just feel like that was going to be the shot?
Actually, the plan was to take him down, and but that was the plan in UFC too. And obviously, I got to work on that. But I got some really good guys for that. Super blessed. But yeah, uh, that was like my plan. Yeah, my plan B. And he ate the first couple like a champ. I trained. I went and trained with Billy after that. And
Wow.
yeah, in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and talked to him and stuff. And good guy. Just but yeah, he ate a few of them, and I was like, man, can this guy be knocked out? He ate that spinning back fist. I was like, dude. So yeah, that was that felt really good to land one of those.
And I mean, following on from that, you get the call for UFC 317. I mean, not many people can say they make their debut on International Fight Week. What was that moment like getting that call and realizing you're going to make your debut?
It took a long time to set in. Actually, I told a couple people like when I first got it, it was just me and my girlfriend in the car, and we'd been driving a lot. Back I was driving back from Arizona to Minnesota. It's like 20 something hours, and I actually just turned my radio back up, and she and kept driving. She looks at me. She was, "Aren't you excited?" I'm like, "Yeah, I don't believe nobody." And then the next day, my manager Jeremy called me back and with some more stuff, and then started signing papers. And then I started getting some calls, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we work for the UFC," and I'm like, "Oh, maybe okay, it's getting kind of real now." But yeah, it took a little while to set in, and it still sets more and more in like all the time. Like, holy, I made it, man. It's crazy.
I mean, I think my favorite thing about the fight, obviously, we'll get to the technical side of it soon, but it seemed like you were really in the moment when Bruce Buffer's announcing your name. You're just sat with the biggest smile on your face, and in between every round, you were hyping up the crowd. I mean, did you feel like you were really enjoying yourself in there? Because it looked like it.
Best damn job I ever had, by far. I mean, if you don't love your job, why do it? Life's too short, man. And this is awesome. So I'll keep doing that every time. Every time. I love it.
I mean, how are you able to stay so on the front foot during the fight and just keep pressuring and keep throwing? Your cardio just off the charts. Like I couldn't believe watching it that in the third round, and I'd watch your fights before this. I know you got a good gas tank, but to take the damage in the first two rounds and keep coming forward like that was mind blowing to watch, man.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I got like, I train with like all heavyweights and then down in Arizona too, training Ultimate Combat with them guys. Like they push you ridiculously hard. There's times I just drive home, and the same with our gym in Minnesota, man. There's times I just drive home in silence because I'm like, that that was hard. That was sometimes I'm like, "Ah, what in the hell am I doing?" And then after like half an hour, I'm like, shit, wasn't that bad? But that's why I got a gas tank like that. It's because practice with a bunch of psychopaths. So
I mean, it makes sense to hear that because I think the only other guy that I can think of in the heavyweight division right now that might match you might be Thomas Peterson. I mean, the both of you just you
know
don't
that
stop. I do. You know what? I got a chance to talk with Thomas yesterday. I'm having a great time. 2 days with you two guys. So I'm feeling good right now, man.
Yeah, those are the guys I'm talking about. And then I started a new strength and conditioning program that I do outside of practice with my buddy Landon at Rise Fitness, and I know that's got to have a huge part to do with it because I can feel in practice when I try to stick to it as much as I can, but sometimes, like I said, practice is like when you're doing 2 days of stuff and you're lifting with the team and shit, then it's hard to get my strength and conditioning too. And some days I just can't, but when I can stick to it, like I can feel how it helps in practice and everything. So like lifting and stuff's a huge part of this sport.
And was there anything that surprised you in particular in the cage? I know with a guy like Jhonata Diniz, it's the reach that seems to be a problem for a lot of guys. I mean, he's so long. I think it's like 79.5 inch reach or something. Is there anything that surprised you in particular?
Well, yeah, usually you don't have to take 2 steps back and sideways to get away from someone's punches, but it was like fighting Betty Spaghetti's little swat, swat, swat. It's like, bro, you just leave my face alone for 1 second. Let me hit you a couple times. But no, it was long. It was like sparring. Have you talked to Steven Asplund on here yet? One of our
I
teammates from
haven't,
Minnesota.
but
He's got
I know about him.
Yeah, he's got like 27-foot arms and stuff like that. So if you're not inside or out of his reach, it's frustrating. But
I mean, it felt
what it is.
like as the fight went on, you seemed to be growing in confidence and you seemed to be taking over. And we saw it in the third round. That third round was yours. And unfortunately, that eye poke I think came at the worst possible time because it felt to me watching like a finish might have been on its way before that. How did you feel that third round?
I'm not gonna lie, man. I mean, I don't know if you fought before, but I can smell it, dude. He did not want to fight me no more. And at the end of the day, I still lost, and the eye poke ain't no excuse. But bro, I can feel it. It gives me bad goosebumps, and it is what it is. But if I would have just took him down more before that, I wouldn't even have to be having this conversation. But I wish they would have kept the or I don't know why they didn't get what I was saying on camera during the eye poke when it was over on him. Because it was even after I said it, I thought in my head, I was like, that was super cool. Because I was screaming in one of the cameras. I was like, I don't know. He looks kind of tired. You know who's not tired? The new guy. And there was blood just flying on the camera. And I walked away. I was like, thinking in my head, I was like, that's pretty cool. They didn't even show it.
How do we miss that, man? I mean, we need to be seeing things like
Bro,
that.
you would think so because there was like clots flying off my mouth on the lens, and that would have been super cool because it was real. Wouldn't even
Yeah.
whatever. It's out there somewhere because there was like 100 cameras around that ring.
I mean, hopefully now you've said it, there'll be some page on Twitter that usually comes out with these things once they get brought up. So
Did you get them?
I mean, I can't, but hopefully someone can. A lot of the time, you see these random moments that you don't see during the broadcast, and then a week or 2 weeks later, they'll randomly appear, and it's like, oh, I wish I'd have seen that at the time. That's really cool. So that sounds along that line, man.
I know I should have did a cartwheel or something. They would have paid
And
attention.
they wouldn't have had a choice if you did a cartwheel. Maybe next time that might be the move. And speaking
Next
of
time,
next time, I mean, come on.
next time.
When would you like to get back in the cage? I know that. I mean,
As soon as my nose is cleared, they're gonna find me a fight. They said, and so far they haven't been lying. So no, but
well, let's hope.
I'm gonna go in a little early. I got a hold of her, and I'm gonna go in a little early because this one actually, one of them is blocked all the way off now. I don't know if he just broke my nose and shifted a little bit or something, but I'm gonna go in early and see if I can, because I heal like really fast, so I'm gonna just see if I'm ready before the 3 weeks or whatever they told me to wait.
Well, let's hope. I mean, it feels like. Sorry, it feels like after that fight that I mean, you're kind of exactly what this division needs. The heavyweight division at the moment, it needs these brawlers, these exciting guys we see too many times in this division. You know, no disrespect to anyone that gets in the cage, but there's some boring, slow fights that we get. Do you feel like you can be that difference maker in this division?
Have you watched my past fights?
Exactly.
I don't know if I got boring in me. I told some people, I was like, this Diniz fight's gonna probably be a little bit boring because I'm gonna have to like keep a hold of him. Well, he caught me so hard in the first round that he bambied my legs in for a second. Then it made me hesitant on my shots, and then turned into an absolute banger. Anyways, oops. So did it again.
I mean, as a fan, like you can't ask for much more. That, in my opinion, was probably the fight of the night. Maybe the Roy Van one as well. That was a banger, in fairness. But I mean, is it difficult for you sometimes? You mentioned there you kind of have this plan going in of, I'm going to grapple. You're known as a grappler first things first, I guess, a wrestler. And then you go out there and, you did try a couple of shots, but for the most part, it was just stand and bang, stand in front of him, don't give up an inch and just swing. Is it hard to stick to that game plan sometimes?
I think it's because his striking was just so much better than mine that like I said, when he caught me that first time, I was like, damn it. It didn't hurt. It just, I can't feel my legs. That's kind of a problem. And he caught me coming into a shot. And I thought I had my hand up, but, and I don't know who the hell called me a wrestler because like I said, I ain't great at anything. I got to work on those shots. But yeah, I think it's just because his striking was better, like more elite than mine, kind of. I think that's what it was. I don't know. I kind of got lost in that question. Sorry.
You're all good. I mean, it felt like he was definitely maybe throwing more technical shots. I mean, he has a really, really nice left hook that he kept throwing, but it just felt like the pressure it became too much for him at some point. So that's a positive. And I've got to ask you about one more thing because I haven't researched this, man. Goozie, the nickname. I mean, it's a heck of a nickname. Where does this come from, and who gave you that one? It
was actually because I don't know if you guys have you ever seen Mr. Magoo the cartoon? You're probably too young for that. Well, he was this little old bald guy, and I was a really ugly little kid. I guess that's what I looked like, and it just stuck hard. Pretty sure my mom didn't give me that because but it was probably my dad and his friends or some shit like that. But yeah, I was an ugly little kid and Goozie, and then it just stuck really hard forever. And it was never like a ring name, right? People were like, "Oh, is that your fight name?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's what it is. That's what I chose out of anything is Goozie."
I mean, whatever it is, man, it's a heck of a name. I love it. But I can't thank you enough for your time today, brother. It's been a real pleasure to speak to you. You're an entertainer inside the cage and definitely one outside of it as well. So I really appreciate your time, and hopefully we can do it again after the next one and the next win, hopefully next time.
My man, appreciate you. There's some pictures on Google of me eating that famous left hook like a little chicken nugget, man. And it's just peeling my head sideways. I'm like, that's why this whole side hurts. It did hurt. There's like a bump that won't go away inside my cheek now.
That's the fight game. Hey, it's brutal.
I'll always remember him.
I mean, you're tough as nails, bro. You ate everything like a champion. Not many people could. So, again, massive respect and thank you very much, man.
Oh, yeah. Appreciate you.